You ever move into a new house thinking you've finally found peace, only to realize you've stepped right into a nightmare? That's what happened to me. I bought what I thought was my dream home. White picket fence, green lawn, garden, the works. A place where I could finally relax after years of saving up. But I didn't realize my biggest problem wouldn't be the mortgage or even repairs. It would be my neighbor, or as I like to call her, HOA Karen. Karen wasn't just any neighbor. She was the type of person who peeked through her blinds, took notes about what everyone else was doing, and acted like the entire neighborhood belonged to her. She wasn't the official HOA president, but she might as well have been, because she pulled the strings behind the scenes. And the nightmare started the day I discovered what she was doing to my fence. When I first moved in, everything seemed fine. The neighbors waved, kids played outside, and the neighborhood looked straight out of a magazine. But soon, strange things started happening. One morning, I walked outside and found one of my fence panels lying flat on the ground. At first, I thought maybe the wind knocked it over, or maybe it was just old. So I fixed it and didn't think much of it. But the next week, another panel was down, and then another. That's when I started getting suspicious. I decided to check my security camera footage, and what I saw made my jaw drop. It was Karen, in her big shiny SUV, cutting across my lawn like it was her personal shortcut, smashing right through my fence like it was nothing. I couldn't believe it. Who does that? The next day I walked over to her house. I tried to be polite. "Hey, Karen, I think you accidentally hit my fence last night." She didn't even flinch. She just smirked and said, "Oh, your fence was too tall anyway." HOA rules say fences can't block sight lines. Honestly, I'm doing you a favor. A favor? She destroyed my property and called it a favor. That's when I realized this wasn't some mistake. This was a power play. From that day on, Karen doubled down. Every couple of nights, she'd plow through my fence again, leaving panels broken, wood scattered, and my yard looking like a wreck. Each time, I had to spend hours fixing it. And the HOA? They weren't on my side. When I reported it, I got a letter back saying my fence wasn't HOA compliant, and I had 14 days to remove it, or face fines. It was insane. Karen was destroying my fence, and instead of punishing her, the HOA was threatening me, and Karen knew it. Every time she drove past me, she'd roll down her window and say things like, "Still working on that fence? Maybe just take it down. You don't really need it." She thought she had won. She thought I would give in. But instead, she made one big mistake. She underestimated me. That's when I came up with a plan. I rebuilt my fence. But this time, I didn't just use wood. I reinforced the posts with steel, bolted them into concrete, and layered the panels so from the outside it looked like the same old weak fence. But inside, it was built like a fortress. Then, I upgraded my security cameras. Multiple angles, night vision, audio recording, everything I needed to capture Karen red-handed. And then, I waited. Sure enough, late one night I heard the familiar crash. I rushed outside with my phone recording, and there it was, Karen's shiny SUV, nose first into my fence. The front bumper was hanging, the hood was crumpled, the airbags had deployed. My fence? Barely scratched. Karen was standing there screaming, "You can't do this! This is harassment! I'll sue you!" I calmly pointed at the cameras mounted around my yard. "Really? Because I've got hours of footage of you trespassing and destroying my property." Her face went pale. The next morning, I went straight to the police. I handed over all the footage, every single time she had driven through my fence, every smug comment she had made, and the final crash that wrecked her SUV. The officer raised his eyebrows and said, "Well, looks like this is pretty open and shut." Karen was charged with property damage and trespassing. Her insurance had to cover the full cost of repairing my fence and lawn. And the best part? When the other neighbors found out what she had been doing, they rallied against her. The HOA board had no choice but to kick her off completely. Her little empire of control? Gone. Now my fence stands tall and strong. My lawn is peaceful. And Karen? Oh, she still lives in the neighborhood, but she never comes near my yard. She takes the long way around every single time. And when I pass her, she looks down, avoids eye contact, and pretends she doesn't see me. She thought she could use the HOA to bully me. She thought she could drive through my yard and get away with it. But in the end, her car paid the price, and I got the last laugh. If you loved this story, smash that like button, subscribe for more HOA Revenge tales, and drop a comment below. Would you have set the trap, or would you have just let Karen keep driving through your fence?